Welcome to the 8th episode of the Wish You Were Beer podcast. I'm Martin Murphy. This is Mike Pizzaroos. We're just two weird guys who like weird beer.
Yes, sir.
And so tonight we have with us a make your own 6-pack. We're going to review these beers over an hour. Typically ends up being like an hour and 15 plus or minus a minute. It's crazy how accurate
Yeah.
every episode has been. And we're going to talk about some other stuff as well.
Yeah.
So let's get into that first beer.
All right. Well, hang on, Martin. What did you pick up today?
Oh, that's right. I picked up everything.
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 Yeah. So this is a Tuesday.
Mhm.
Our normal recording day is a Monday. You know what? Let's go with this one. So our normal recording days are on Mondays,
Mhm.
and yesterday just had a lot of stuff going on. I had dinner, and you had cough
I'm
type
sick.
thing.
I'm sick right now. Not as bad as the first episode.
Yeah. So I was kind of panicking because I had all day off and I totally forgot to get the snack.
That's
And
okay. I've done it.
I texted you when you were on your way back home, and I was like, "Can you get the snack?"
And I was like just driving by Walmart, so I was
Yeah.
like, all right, yeah.
All right. So this is Left Hand Brewing Company's Wake Up Dead Nitro, which is a Russian Imperial
Mhm.
Stout. Hi. This is a super smooth trifecta of cocoa, dried fruit, and
I'm so
licorice.
excited. This is going to be really hard to get a
10.2%.
10.2?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
No, I don't think so, because I did pretty well with the other nitro that we had.
I'm probably going to be coughing during the episode. Like I said, I'm sick, but I'll try not to cough into the mic.
Ooh, smells good. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, I overdid it a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have way more than you, but I'll just level it out.
Now, what did I say like a minute ago? What were those words?
Oh my god. So, in case you can't see, I dumped a little much in mine. I don't know. That looks like a pretty even pour. Cheers.
No, you got to do that violently too.
No, I don't. It's not gonna get recarbonated by
I
me
know.
gently.
Oh my god, I can't believe that.
All right, hang on. Let me wipe my mess up.
Okay.
Oh man. That's All right. So, Wake Up Dead Nitro.
Beer number one.
Beer number one. Look at that even pour.
That is like, that's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, my mouth is kind of hot.
It's like a 10%.
Yeah.
I'm getting the fruit, the cocoa, a little bit of licorice.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure I'm getting anything.
Really? I like it a lot.
I'm getting like, it tastes like burnt bread.
What?
To me.
Are you sure we have the same thing?
Smooth burnt bread. But yeah, like burnt bacon or burnt bread.
Oh, now I'm getting
Burnt
a lot of
popcorn.
licorice.
I'm not.
Really?
I don't like this.
No?
Mm-mm.
I don't know. I like it a lot.
And we like Left Hand so much.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
burnt bread versus cocoa and fruit.
I am getting like no notes in this.
Really?
Yeah. This tastes like burnt
I'm
toast
getting a
beer.
whole lot of everything.
Okay, maybe I need to ease into tonight. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe
All right.
my taste buds aren't ready for all this yet.
Oh.
Because it's like they're used to having it last
All right. So we're gonna jump right into my topic.
Mm-hmm.
And my topic is more of like a sort of a question that I think would just be kind of cerebral to talk about a little bit.
Okay.
And it kind of pertains to both of us. In the sense of like, So the question is, what makes a gamer a gamer?
That's a very good question.
So I have like a specific sort of thing, because like I don't play a whole lot of video games. Like at least right now, I've been playing like a little bit of Mario, and but like because of work and everything like that, it's just like I get home and I crash. Like and I play maybe like an hour of Mario, and
yeah, me too.
And like on my days off, I haven't been playing like nonstop video games. At least like I have used to, but I still kind of consider myself like a gamer.
Right. I think it's. So let's start with there are people who play games who do not consider themselves gamers.
Right.
You got to think of all the millions and millions and millions of people who have downloaded Candy Crush on their phones and play that daily.
Right.
If you made a Venn diagram out of people who play Candy Crush and the people who play like Call of Duty or World of Warcraft, probably not that many people in the center, right? Would you agree?
Yeah. But like even when I think of like Call of Duty, I don't think of like someone I guess who's like a gamer, because there are those people that are like into the Call of Duty games and everything like that.
Yeah, maybe that was a bad example. But I meant like what I meant by that example was that there are people who play games kind of ignorant to the fact that they're playing a video game and will not call themselves a gamer. And then there's people who are extremely invested in the culture who do identify as gamers. But like that soccer mom with the let me see the manager haircut who's playing Candy Crush every day on her phone, like not a chance in hell she would call herself a gamer, you know?
Let me see the manager haircut.
I guess that was a really good example.
Oh my god.
Mike and I both worked at GameStop.
We did.
Past, so we know that haircut.
Yeah, we do. We know that haircut well.
Yeah.
So like so my thought process was that it's more of the mindset and like a culture type thing.
The culture for sure. Like, there is such a culture around.
Because like there are people that come home from school or from work every day and they play like, I don't know, Call of Duty, Battlefield, some form of like a shooter game that like a lot of people play, that don't necessarily, I don't think necessarily are gamers,
right?
Like, and that's not me trying to like tell somebody that there's something, but right, in the sort of sense of like they're not involved in like the culture of all of it.
They don't read the news every day like you and I do.
Right.
It's an interesting topic because, like, I don't know so much anymore because video games are weird because there are people who primarily identify as gamers, as like, I play video games. This is the culture I live in. This is my favorite hobby. It's more than a hobby to some people. It's like a lifestyle.
Yeah.
But you don't get these other things. Like, nobody goes around telling people like, yeah, I'm a movie watcher.
Like, right.
I watch movies
or for like hours a Netflix binger.
Right. Like, or like, I'm a reader. Like, that's me. I'm a reader.
Yeah.
Like, you don't see bumper stickers that says, like, I read a lot of books.
Right.
Or, like, I see a lot of movies. But the term gamer is, like, this thing where, like, people choose to have their, like, primary identification be, like, this hobby they're into.
Yeah.
And no other hobby is like that.
Right.
So it's very interesting. Do you identify as a gamer?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, me too.
Because I'm, like, so involved with, I guess, everything. Like, I've got like all the systems. Like I've got all the current systems really right now. And I'm happy with all of them, and there's games on all of them that I play.
I thought you got rid of your Xbox.
No, it's still here.
Okay.
I got the Xbox, the PS4, the Switch.
Okay.
I guess if you could say a 3DS is still technically.
Yeah.
But out of the three big game systems, I've got the three of them.
Okay.
And there's stuff that I see coming out for each one that I'm like, I'm looking forward to that. And
yeah,
like,
me too. So do you think because like you said, there are people who play these hardcore games like Call of Duty who play them daily but probably don't call themselves gamers. There's the differentiator that I made where like there are the people who do play video games every day, like Candy Crush or whatever on their phone, but because it's like on their phone and it's an app, they don't realize that like they're involved in video games. They are now a statistic of like people who play video games. And then there's a Call of Duty player who that's all they play, so they don't really know much about gaming outside of it. And then there's the people like you and I who read the news every day that used to work in a video game store, who are who know when everything's coming out, who knows the new games coming out and all that stuff.
Right.
So what's like the differentiator there? Is it like we choose to like this stuff?
I think it's the generalization. So like, I don't know, maybe there are people that play one type of game and are considered gamers, but I feel like because you and I have such a broad horizon of games that we like, and like we don't just like RPGs or RTSs or whatever, and we like a lot of them. Like we like a lot of those in first-person shooters, third-person shooters, Destiny, and where Destiny's a great example. I think Destiny is a good game that got a lot of people that are big first-person shooter people into more of the like the MMORPG type.
Really
Still
not,
nothing?
Really not a fan of it. It just tastes like burnt toast to me.
Well, I got I'll tell you a little about how I came to this question after the break.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Bye-bye. Welcome back. We're going to dive into beer number 2 and then finish up my topic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I need like something refreshing after that.
We do.
I think we have 2 of the same brands.
Nice. I'm about that.
That's a first.
But right now we're going to go with this.
Fireberry. I was really curious about this one.
Yeah, me too. So this is the same people that made that Mango Maui one that we had a little while ago. It's a tea beer type thing.
I wonder if it's going to be spicy or hot, or maybe it's just going to be like intense.
Infused with yerba mate and fireberry herbal tea.
It's got to be like kind of spicy, right?
Experience featuring classic wheat ale and Tiesta Tea's fireberry loose leaf herbal tea blend. We hope you strive to live loose each and every day. Cheers. 4.3%.
Okay, good.
Here you go. I'll let you.
Okay. With a name like Fireberry, I just saw it on the shelf and I was like, all right.
Yeah, I don't know if it's. I think like Fireberry is just like a kind of berry type thing. It's a small can, so probably be closer to.
No, it's really sweet.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking. Because it's going to be more of like a sweet berry type thing.
That's not a bad pour.
Look at that. It's pretty close.
That's good. Just the name though, Fireberry, it makes it sound like it's going to be like spicy.
Right.
No, but that's like...
It's from Shipyard Brewing Company. Where are they from? Portland, Maine.
Nice.
Not super far.
Nope.
All right.
That is... It smells like tea.
It does. Beer number 2.
That's really good.
It is really good.
Oh my god.
I definitely got the sediment, like the bottom sediment.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Again, sorry about the coughing.
Oh, don't worry about it. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's sweet.
I like this a lot.
I think wheat ales are great because they just take on whatever flavor you put into it.
Yeah, that's totally right.
Yeah.
Tastes like tropical.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like this.
I like it a lot,
I'm
too.
a big fan. Big fan.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, there's not much to say about it other than, like, because I can't quite describe the taste other than it's like a sweet tea.
Yeah.
in the wheat ale.
Kind of tropical.
Yeah.
It's sort of like if you, I don't know if you'll agree with me on this, but like, what if you had sort of like a fruit punch kind of tasting tea?
All right.
I'm getting like a fruit punch
Yeah.
taste.
Yeah, it's got like a tiny bit of like the fruit punch.
Mhm.
Yeah, I can see that.
But more like if you made fruit punch into tea. All right. We still have the second half of your
Right.
topic to do.
So I was gonna talk a little bit about, because I think this is interesting, and
Mhm.
I got this question from Game Grumps, which is a YouTube
Nice.
channel that they
Cool.
play video games, like that's their job.
Yeah.
That's and what came to my attention, like, because one of the hosts, like, there's the two hosts, Danny and Aaron. Danny said that, like, he said something about gamers and about how, like, what makes a gamer, and the fact that he plays video games every day, like, pretty much every day for a living. But he also sings and writes music and stuff like that. Or at least, like, plays all day once a week. I think that's what they normally do.
Oh, okay.
But doesn't necessarily consider himself a gamer.
Interesting.
But like that's what he's doing for a job.
Right. That's his living.
Yeah.
Huh.
So that's what kind of perked my
Interesting.
interest, was that like
Mhm.
so he's somebody, so like what exactly would, like, and I think it is sort of like that cultural type thing, cuz the other host, Aaron, definitely would consider himself a gamer, I think.
Yep.
And that's cuz he keeps up on all this stuff, and it's
Well, I think we've sort of like, at least on the podcasts and shows I listen to about video games, which there are many,
Mhm.
I think the industry has sort of come around to what I was talking about before, where like the term gamer is sort of like really weird and arbitrary, considering no other hobby like identifies an entire person like that.
right.
And it also, this is sort of like an inside baseball thing, but like the term gamer has not, in the past couple of years, is not had the best connotation, like with things like Gamergate.
Right.
And like, I don't know, I think there's the stereotype too, which where people think of like that the World of Warcraft South Park episode
Yeah.
of the guy sitting at his desk with a
Mhm.
neck beard and he's
Mhm.
balding on top and he's got food and drink all over
Right.
his shirt and
Right.
stuff. You know, I think that's what people see when they hear the term gamer. So I can definitely understand people who play games and that are in the industry might start, and I've seen it on these shows and podcasts I listen to, they're kind of shying away from that term
Mhm.
because it's been
Right.
the term and that identity has kind of been what's the word, not corrupted but like spoiled
Yeah.
by people,
Yeah.
you know, by
No, I
the
can
by
see
the
that.
stereotype.
Right.
And those people do exist, you know, the people who will
Oh, right.
swear at you in Call of Duty all the time and say incredibly terrible things to you in a lobby while you're trying to just have fun and play a game. Like,
Right.
so there's a lot of things with the term gamer. Like, man, we could talk about this the entire episode.
We could.
Did you have anything else you wanted to add?
I don't think so. I think I kind of came to. I think that the conclusion is more of like, in looking at it in the lighter sense of gamer,
Okay.
of like,
Yeah, I kind of brought that down a bit. I'm sorry.
yeah, no, like, but just like using the term sort of loosely,
Mhm.
I guess. And just like the fact that it's a culture and it's not.
Right.
Saying that you're a gamer is more of the sense that like you're full,
You're in
yeah.
you're in the culture, you identify with it. So like, yeah, the soccer mom with the "let me see your manager" haircut. Sure, she's playing a game every day without she's participating in the video game industry every day without realizing it.
Right. But necessarily isn't a gamer.
She's not looking up the news every day. Yeah, she's not a gamer. She's interacting with the product but not becoming invested in the culture. So I guess becoming invested in the culture and interacting with the culture is the differentiator.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Because again, like, we talked about it. Like there are people that don't play video games a whole lot, but still consider themselves gamers.
Yeah, and you and I, like when we worked at GameStop, man, we bought a new game every week, sometimes too, and every second we spent outside of the store, we were playing games.
Right.
And now, and then both of us went back to school, and then you had a job, and now you have another job, and I have a job, and we don't have all that much time anymore.
No.
So yeah, we're really not playing that many games anymore. Probably by like a fraction. We're playing a fraction of the games at this point.
Right.
But we still consider ourselves.
And I just
gamers.
bought like a whole bunch of new games. Like I bought the new Mario, I bought the new Assassin's Creed, and I got the PS4 not too long ago. And so like
it's still important to
until
us.
until something like really important
Pokemon
comes out. Like I don't know, like something like that, where I'm probably not buying another game for a while because I'm set. Like I've got a bunch of these games that I can play still, and mainly Assassin's Creed is going to take up a lot of time because I think they did really cool stuff with that, and that's something that you and I can talk about.
I keep seeing stuff like that, or stuff about the game.
Yeah,
with the new loot mechanic and all that.
I'll tell you about it. Yeah.
Well, actually, we still have some time left in this segment, so I want to tell you what happened today in my classroom.
Okay.
So at the school today there was a half day, and so they crammed the entire day into like 2 hours. So every class period was 15 minutes.
I hate when they do that.
It was whatever.
Yeah.
So how I spent that 15 minutes with my networking class. A kid brought in his Switch with Mario Kart, and we plugged it into the projector and we played Mario Kart.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I wanted to like throw them a bone and make them think I'm cool. And I came in second place. We played 4-player, and I came in second place.
Cool.
And all week I was telling them I'm going to kick their butts and stuff. So coming in second place made me pretty happy, considering they thought Mr. Murphy had no chops whatsoever. So that was pretty awesome.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my story.
Fun.
So, all right. We'll be back with beer number 3, and then should be Snacksident waiting to happen.
Snacksident waiting to happen.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Wish You Were Beer podcast. We're going to get into beer number 3 here, and then get into Snacksident waiting to happen, which is sort of an interesting one today. I'll explain later when we get to it.
I'll let you go ahead and. So I remember Eric picking this one out because it was you, me, and Eric going looking at beer.
Okay. Here we have the Dark Horse Double Crooked Tree India Pale Ale. Dun dun dun.
Dude, we've had so many IPAs on here that we liked.
All right, I'm gonna leave the alcohol content for last because
is it outlandish?
That's a lot. Dark Horse Brewing Company from Marshall, Michigan, or Missouri. MI is Michigan.
I think that's Michigan.
Yeah. According to the Surgeon General, women should not drink. I'm kidding.
In case you didn't know.
Yeah. Can you take a guess at the alcohol content?
11? Really? 12?
Yeah.
Is it 12?
12%.
Wow.
All right.
Here, I'll crack it open because it's on this side.
Oh, that's a lot.
Oh my god.
I'm glad I live like a minute away.
Oh man.
Ooh, is it boozy?
It's IPA.
Okay. I just hope it's not boozy. I found that I can handle IPAs when I drink them slow, but not boozy IPAs.
That is a dark IPA.
That's true. Kind of looks like dirty water.
It does.
Like Flint, Michigan water.
It's like poop water.
Like maybe they're from Michigan. Maybe they used to drink Michigan water.
Oh my god.
That's terrible.
It is awful. Oh, that's a good pour.
That's a very good pour. Nice job, sir.
Thank you.
Dark Horse.
Yeah, so Eric picked this one up. And
who's Eric?
Eric is my brother.
Yes.
We
picked up the beer together on Sunday. What did we do on Sunday, Mike?
We went and saw Thor.
Yeah, we saw Thor Ragnarok, and the movie theater is actually right next to Branching Out Bottle Shop.
Yeah.
So what did we do? Well, of course, we just got the beer for the
Oh my
episode.
god, smell it. It's like a sweet IPA.
Yeah.
It smells like sweet.
I don't mind that at all. We'll see when we get to the taste.
All right.
Okay. Beer number 3.
Yeah, we saw the Thor Ragnaroks.
and it Ragnarocked. It tastes like I ate a fistful of rubber bands.
It's boozy.
That's boozy.
It's really boozy. I actually don't taste any IPA at all.
You know, Eric is here right now. I think
Yeah.
we should have him come down here and chug one of these.
No.
This is not okay.
Oh. Yeah, that's So we have another Dark Horse Brewing Company in the selection today.
This is gonna be a long segment.
Undrinkable for me.
This is a sipper for sure.
It tastes a little like if you just like dumped rum into an IPA.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I like rum by itself.
It just tastes like sweet alcohol.
Yeah. I'm like Captain Jack Sparrow. I like rum.
Captain Jack Sparrow?
Yeah, isn't that what it said?
Captain Morgan?
No, Captain Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, okay.
Where's the rum gone?
Gotcha.
You know?
I like rum. Yeah, I like drinking
Yeah,
rum.
I like rum. But, man, I really... When I
Yeah.
first heard that someone was mixing... I think it was when I was 21 was when this really became a fad. It's a few years ago.
It's just really sweet alcohol-y with that bitter
I know.
IPA aftertaste.
Like, I came upon my first beer that was like hard liquor and beer mixed together, and I was like, oh my god, that's so cool, I gotta try it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, no, it tastes terrible. Stop doing this.
Man.
Please, stop doing that. It doesn't taste good. I'm taking a stance right here. Stop freaking doing that.
Yeah. I don't know. We're not big fans of like alcohol-y beers. Well,
I like the IPA part.
Yeah.
But mixed with the boozy or the booziness, the hard liquor, knock it off.
This doesn't have like a description or anything on
No,
it.
nothing on it. So we don't even know like
What it is. You are so upset right now.
I'm tired of these.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? It's the beauty of it.
I guess.
So I'm hoping that this accident.
Yeah,
is,
maybe they'll go well together.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So the story with this one, I picked up the snack and the beer tonight. I went to Walmart. Was walking down like the sort of chip and cracker aisle and the candy aisle. Didn't really see anything that caught my eye. But I did see this one thing that I have had before, but I could not remember for the life of me what it tasted like. And the name of it also is sort of non-descriptive. Like not the last episode, but the one before that we had the everything bagel chips.
Right.
It's like, oh, I wonder what that tastes like. Everything bagels. The name of this one is not descriptive at all, so I couldn't even remember what it tasted like. So we're doing it again. I remember it was good, but I don't remember what it tastes like, so that's why I picked it up.
Yeah, I've had it before too, but I don't think that necessarily that.
Yep. And
So,
it
yeah.
is the all dressed Ruffles, and I believe they have like a thing.
They do. They have a little description on it.
Yep. So here we go. I can't talk. I bet you're wondering what all dressed means. Well, yes, we are. After all, in America, it just means you're wearing all your clothes. Okay, that's good. But in Canada, all dressed actually means delicious, ridgy chips that somehow taste salty, savory, and sweet all at the same time. Sounds good, eh? Because when you have ridges, that's nothing. Okay, let's
Cool.
give it a shot.
Sweet, salty,
Not a big one
savory.
there.
Oh, I'm going for a handful.
It looks like...
I'm gonna eat a lot of these.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, they show some different stuff on the front here. It looks like maybe cinnamon, barbecue sauce, and then something else. I don't know. That's good.
Mm-hmm. It's got sort of like a sour cream, like directly on the front.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then you hit it with the barbecue sauce and the saltiness.
Ooh, that must be vinegar. There's vinegar
Ooh,
on
yeah.
the end.
Yeah.
Not nearly as much as like salt and vinegar chips, but yeah, there's vinegar there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people put vinegar on French fries, so
Yeah.
that's gotta be it. The one thing about this is like I wish I knew what tastes to look for. When the name of
Right.
the chip is exactly what it's supposed to taste like, I'm like, yeah, that tastes like that, and I like that. I have fun with that. Makes for a good snacks and waiting that happens segment. But when I don't know what taste I'm looking for, I'm kind of like annoyed.
Oh yeah. If you just do there's a lot of vinegar on the outside of the chip.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That is so good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's good.
That's very good.
All right.
Do they mix? I'm
tastes
expecting a
sweeter.
no. Okay. Does it like cut it at all?
No.
Okay.
Actually, it tastes more fruity.
Eric, do you want to taste the beer you picked out for us?
Yes. I would love to.
Go ahead and pick either one.
Oh, these things?
Yeah.
Alright. My arm is a cameo. I'm not getting it.
You can talk into this mic too.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Guys, I'm so sorry. Oh. Yeah.
I don't know if the noise reduction
Okay,
would cut
great.
him out, but all he said was that he was sorry.
That's awesome. Man, I wish we
Have you-
swear it on this podcast.
No, have you had the beer yet? After
No,
eating?
Mm-mm.
It's a lot fruitier.
Okay.
Like I'm actually getting getting notes of like some actual fruit. I think it's like a strawberry.
I feel bad. I'm chewing right into the microphone. In case you didn't hear that, Eric said it tasted like Satan's butthole. So he's never.
No.
No. No.
No.
I'm not gonna lie, I like the bottle.
Yeah.
The bottle's
really
cool. The bottle is cool. Jeez.
No.
It is just like needlessly
Yeah.
not good.
Yeah. At least to us. Like again, there's
I know.
there's
I
gonna be
know.
people out there that absolutely love
The
this.
master
And-
brewer was probably like, this tastes so good. It's going to taste so good. I'm going to make it. I'm going to love it. Oh, I do love it. This is an amazing beer.
Mhm.
But like for us,
There's definitely people out there that like these boozy beers.
I mean, I'm sure because they sell and they keep making them.
that one that we had that won like an award.
Yeah, it's like, oh, God. But to me, it's just like,
Oh, definitely.
why would you like needlessly just make a beer taste so bad with mixing booze?
I don't even know if like this is mixed with booze, but it's just
Yeah, that's true.
just boozy.
Yeah,
Can I get more of those chips?
yeah, of course. Some more as well.
Oh, the chips are really good though. Let's just leave these up here for a little while.
Yes, A plus,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
all dressed ruffles.
D minus.
Yeah, sure. So here we have. Let's go through some of the things on the cover.
That looks like
I might
cayenne
have talked to
pepper.
him.
Here.
Cayenne pepper. I thought it might be cinnamon.
No, that's too dark for cinnamon. It's too red.
Okay. So let me try to. Can we see this? Okay. Probably not. All right. So here, this big brown blob. That's barbecue sauce.
Mm-hmm. There's vinegar in the back.
This pot. You probably can't really see that, but yeah, that's a pot of vinegar.
I don't know. I
This
don't think
here-
that's cinnamon. It looks more
I
like
think
cayenne pepper.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. This brown blob here. It's up in the air. It's either cinnamon or cayenne pepper. I wonder if it's in the ingredients.
I don't think it's cinnamon because the barbecue sauce is what adds the sweet.
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
What do you have in ingredients?
The only thing in here that I think would be that color, paprika extracts.
Oh.
Yeah. So let me go through
Okay.
some of this stuff.
Oh.
Well, okay. It also just says spices.
Oh.
So that could be spices.
Mm.
But we have spices, sodium acetate, garlic powder, onion powder, sunflower oil, malic acid, paprika extracts, and natural flavors. So could be any of those, I guess, or a mix of all of them.
I want to make my own potato chips at some point.
My mom's done it.
Yeah?
Yeah, you just thinly
know you
slice
really-
potatoes and
yeah.
and fry them.
Well,
Yeah.
like I want to do like the seasoning and everything. That's
Okay.
the more important part to me.
My mom does these homemade French fries that are very good.
Ooh.
All right, so we are going to finish the rest of these chips probably and be right back with beer number 4 and my topic.
Right. And Beers 101. Welcome back to the Wish You Were Beer podcast. We're going to go into beer number 4 and then your topic, I believe.
No, Beers 101.
Beers 101. Yeah.
I misspoke at the end of the last segment.
And then I just misspoke there.
Yeah.
Okay, so normally I just grab these out willy-nilly
Yep.
and like think about like maybe a last one to save for last just so I don't grab it. But we decided to we picked up 2 Dark Horse Brewing Company beers for tonight. And I'll let you read this one off as well because I did 2 of them and then we can
Okay.
do 2 of them.
So, like Michael said, Dark Horse Beer Brewing Company. This is the 4 Smoked Stout. It is a 7% alcohol content. And again, just like the last one, no description really whatsoever. Marshall, Michigan. So I saw this, and because I really liked that smoked stout we had last time, that
Mhm.
tasted like, not last time, a few episodes ago, that tasted like just like smoked beef jerky.
Yeah.
I saw a smoked stout and made me want to try this, of course. So
Right.
let's do this.
We've been and that's like 7% I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the idea of a smoked beer, like cuz we never really thought about it until
until we saw it.
we talked about it that
Oh,
one
yeah, that's
episode
right.
before we saw them.
Ooh, this is dark.
Yeah, it is.
A little more.
And then literally the episode
Oh my
after
God.
we talked about it, we found I think you found that one.
Yeah. I can smell it from like here.
Is it nice and smoky?
I want to see if you can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty smoky.
Oh yeah.
Kind of chocolatey as well. Are you getting the cocoa in there? I'm getting the cocoa.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Smoky cocoa?
Definitely.
I'm down for that.
Alrighty. Beer number 4. Ooh. It is like smoky cocoa.
Yeah, that makes me want to just kind of like melt down. Like
It's great
It's
for-
heavy.
Yeah,
It's
because
it's heavy, but I really like love how heavy it is. Like it's not like a sort of mean heavy. Like the last beer we had, that was heavy and it was sort of like punchy in the face. I was like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
knock you out, and like, but this is like heavy, but it's more like sort of mellowing.
it's nice, yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting from it is that I'm getting the smokiness, I'm getting a little bit of cocoa. And honestly, yeah, it's heavy, but I really appreciate that because we're starting to get to
Mhm.
that time of year
Yeah.
where like I was going out to the car after work and I was like, it's cold.
Yeah. Did you see the high tomorrow is 28?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's gonna start getting cold,
Mhm.
and heavy beers are gonna be nice. Like,
Mhm.
I'm probably gonna be picking up a lot more of the milk stout nitro.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
I am a fan too.
take
It's
one more
it's not so much of like a, because that last one we had was more of like a meaty smoky,
Yeah.
where this is more of like a campfire smokiness. Like, I'm kind of
So-
like thinking of s'mores right now, without like the marshmallow and the
Mhm.
graham cracker, because like it's the campfire with like the chocolatey.
So which one do you prefer?
Hmm.
I already have an answer.
I think this one.
Really?
Yeah.
I prefer the last one.
I'm a bigger fan of the chocolate.
Okay.
I like the last one because it was lighter than this.
Yeah, it was later. I thought it.
Like this is thick.
I think the last one was smokier
Oh yeah, definitely.
with more of the like.
No, I
beef
agree with
jerky
that.
dried
Yeah.
meat taste.
Yeah.
It was good. All right. So, Beers 101 is on me tonight. And found an interesting article. So, when you hear about wine tastings and stuff, you picture like the sommelier who is like taking their glass after the wine is poured and they're going like, ooh, they're shaking it up a little bit and then they smell it. Then they taste it and they look like kind of really obnoxious when they do it. Well, I found an article on how you are supposed to taste beer and the different things that go into tasting beer.
Well, I do that with scotch.
Okay.
Like whenever I do the scotch, you swirl it around because it coats the
Mhm.
outside of the glass, and then you get a better.
Oh, okay. I
sense
always
of
picture people
smell.
with like wine glasses doing
Yeah.
it. Okay. Let's see. Where do I want to start? Oh, so this is on a website called VinePair. And it is the name of the article is Tasting Beer in Depth. Flavors, aromatics, and mouthfeel, which is a term we've used on here before.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. The taste of beer is really made up of several components, the most important of which are aromatics, flavor, and mouthfeel. We knew that already.
Mm-hmm.
And also I'm really excited to see if Mike and I learned anything tonight.
Yeah, me too.
The best way to taste a beer is to allow each of these elements to influence your experience. Flavors and aromatics in beers and everything we eat or drink are hopelessly, delightfully intertwined. What we smell from a glass of beer is going to influence how we taste the beer, which, that's common knowledge. If you're like about to taste something gross, you always are supposed to plug your nose before you taste it. It cuts it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And depending on the style of beer at play, flavors and aromatics can range all across the map. Florals, pepper, citrus, bread, raisin, chocolate, pine, grass, toffee, banana,
Wow.
earth, nuts, biscuit, coffee, herbs, tropical fruit, etc. Man, after naming all of those, you wouldn't think they'd still need an etc. The list goes on as far as your ability to conjure up adjectives. But understanding other elements, especially mouthfeel, can open up your experience of taste to a whole new level. So what is mouthfeel besides a word that someone clearly and cleverly made up by smashing two words together? I thought I was going to cough for a second, but I'm not.
Mm.
It's kind of exactly what it sounds like, the feeling of the beer in your mouth. I found this interesting, which involves elements like texture, pH level.
Really?
Yeah. Well, with sours, pH level is acidity.
That's
It's to do with acidity. Carbonation, ABV, and serving temperature. So I think texture we sort of knew about, like with nitros, those are very smooth. So
Right,
that
right.
affects how you taste it. Carbonation, of course. ABV, of course. And serving temperature, sure. pH level, though, like, I didn't really realize that until I thought, like, oh, yeah, well, sour beers are acidic.
Yeah.
So, of course. Like most things in beer, mouthfeel will vary heavily depending on beer style. A stout is going to taste thicker than a crisp lager, but two IPAs will likely have fairly similar mouthfeels, even if things like flavor and aromatics are different, resulting from different use of hops.
Mm.
So now that you know what to look for, how should you actually taste a beer? The rules are very similar for beer as wine. Look, smell, and only then taste. So, first step, look at the color. After that, you smell it, and then only after you've done those two things, you taste it. Perceive the beer's color and apparent structure, and then agitate the beer to release aromatics. So that's the spinning thing.
Right.
When it's finally time to taste, take a sip or two to prime your palate, and then finally, it's time to take your tasting sip. Don't chug or even swallow just yet. Get a sense for the beer's mouthfeel, and if you're really into digging into flavor appreciation here, exhale a bit while you taste and try to perceive those aromatics as you exhale, called retroolfaction. Remember, the point isn't scientific precision. The point is enjoyment enhanced with a bit of knowledge, which I feel like is what we try to do on this podcast.
Yeah.
So
That's neat because.
so let's try to taste this beer
All right. See,
and
look at it.
using all those kind of things. Look at it. All right, so it's very dark. No lights going through it whatsoever.
Not at all.
Not at all. I hold that up to the light.
Very, very dark.
Very dark. Pitch black. Okay. Do the little spin to release
It
the
definitely
aromatics.
from the spin, you can tell that it's gonna be. So like I know because
Heavy,
I've had it,
thick.
but like that and like more of like a carbonated type taste.
Yeah. Okay.
Because like you can see how the bubbles like form as you
Mhm.
spin it, and that's
Right.
not from the head at all. It's all from the beer rushing down.
Yeah. Well, and I was thinking of how it kind of sticks to the glass. You know, it's going to be thick,
Yeah.
like molasses, and then give it a whiff. So now you can smell the cocoa here, but I feel like you smell a lot more of the smoke.
Right.
You smell a lot more of the smoke, but when you taste a lot more of the cocoa.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to keep it in your mouth for a bit, sort of taste the texture, I guess. This is a pretty smooth beer. It's dark and thick. But
Really, it's smooth to you?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm getting more of like the carbonated
Okay.
type
Yeah, not to me.
mouthfeel,
It's
I guess.
smooth for me.
Because like definitely, I guess compared to like a nitro or something, this isn't smooth at all compared to a nitro to me.
Okay.
This is more of like the carbonated type, like drinking a soda.
All right. Well, that's Beers 101 for this week.
Well, I think that we learned sort of to describe the mouthfeel a little more because we
Yeah.
have a little bit,
For sure.
but definitely not much. And
Mhm.
and usually our first taste isn't something that we like let sit.
Yeah, we kind
Which
of
is-
like. Yeah, you're right. We try to get through it really quickly, so probably we can talk about it. But yeah, we can try it a bit longer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. So we'll be back with beer number 5 and my topic for real this time.
Right.
Welcome back. We're going to get into beer number 5 and my topic.
All right. So this is Schmaltz Brewing Company, which I'm a big fan of that name.
Yeah, I like it too. Sounds like a bowling alley.
It's called the Messiah Nut Brown Ale.
Who picked this one out?
I don't know.
remember.
I don't remember.
Maybe Carissa did. I don't remember picking it out.
Maybe Eric did as well.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, that's right. Eric picked out 2 of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was probably Eric.
Oh my God, we'll have to see if he's.
It says Hebrew, the chosen beer.
That's funny. We'll have to see if he's over 2.
Yeah.
If these are both bad, he's not picking out.
Yeah, we're not letting him in anymore. It's got the silver medal in the World Beer Championship.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Let's see if I can get more of a. Oh God. All right, that doesn't say anything about the beer itself.
Okay. Do we have an ABV?
5.2%.
Okay, not bad at all.
Let's see. With your first sip of this rich, dark, and delicious libation, we hope to offer a monetary taste.
Yeah, we paid for it.
A momentary taste of micro-brewed bliss.
Okay.
And then this is all just fluff. More fluff. Yeah, nothing about how it actually tastes. So I'm assuming it's just gonna be a brown ale that's nutty.
Kind of generic. Oh yeah, you probably need that.
Here, you can just crack it open.
Sounds good.
Hey.
I'll get that later.
Yeah. Alrighty. Malts, 2-row, Carapils, Dark Crystal, Chocolate, Cara Munich 60, Kiln Amber. Hops are Warrior, Centennial, and Liberty. I don't know what any of that is, so.
It sounded
or if they're like different kinds of hops, actually. If they're different kinds of hops or different kinds of malts, or if they're just names that they give them.
maybe.
Yeah, that's oh my God.
That's a bad pour, Mike.
Take 2. Yeah, I'm gonna end up giving you more of mine because this is more of the. I kind of just lost track of it.
Are you tipsy?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Actually.
That was weird.
I don't think I've finished a single one of the beers tonight.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
All right.
Okay, beer number 5.
All right, hang on. Let's put our new tasting tips.
Oh yeah, right. Okay.
So
Gotta look at it first. All right,
Yeah,
there's some light
it's
coming
light,
through. It's
yeah.
not completely, it's sort of red.
yeah, it's definitely a brown
When
ale.
you put it up to the light, sort of crimson.
All right.
Swish it around. Swish it around town. Nutty for sure.
Yeah.
Nutty for sure.
I don't
Doesn't
necessarily
doesn't
like
smell
the
like poop like other brown ales
well,
we've had.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm not necessarily a fan of the smell of brown ales, but it's definitely got a nutty smell.
I like it. Oh shoot! I swallowed it too.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Definitely.
I did the same thing. My first sip was
Yeah.
like
Definitely carbonated, not smooth.
yeah, it's
Um,
got more of a carbonated feel to it.
I like that taste a lot though.
I do too. It's got like a
It's
nutty
easy.
yeah.
Nutty. It's easy. Doesn't smell like crap.
Now I want to know what all these malts and different hops and stuff are, but
Yeah.
that's something that
That'll be Beers 101 next week. I'm happy with this.
yeah, I am too.
All right. So for my topic, Mike,
Mm-hmm.
this maybe involves a slight bit of explanation. My girlfriend Trish and I are both photographers.
Mm-hmm.
We consider ourselves professional. We both been featured in galleries. But there's a question we ask ourselves every so often when business is kind of low. And that question, I wanted to ask you because I want to hear it from someone who's not a photographer. Someone who could be like a client in the future. We did your father's photos a few weekends ago. And that question is, do people still want professional photos taken of them, of their family, things like that?
Yeah. So I think so.
Yeah.
I do. But the next thing that comes to mind is how professional. Like, because you guys are like, you create excellent pictures. Like,
Oh, thank you.
well, you're welcome. But like, I think really good photography is easy to come by nowadays. Not
Yeah.
like, because like you guys are like up at that professional level.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that like the pre-professional, I've got a nice camera, or like my iPhone takes really good pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Like that kind of stuff is really easy to come by, I think.
Yeah.
So I think because of that, people don't search out
Mm-hmm.
like really professional photos anymore.
Okay. So, like, do you think, well, because everyone has a camera in their pocket now, they think that they can document their own life and events and things?
Yeah.
even if those photos coming out of their camera in their pocket are kind of crap.
Yeah. No,
But,
right.
like, the sort of standard for, like, having nice photos is lowered.
Yeah.
Okay. Because the ease
Well, I
of
think-
access is a lot better.
I feel like my phone takes like some pretty decent photos.
Oh, yeah.
Like definitely not like outlandishly good or anything like that, but I think
Mhm.
it takes some pretty good photos. And like
Okay.
even at like distances, you can tell like, wow, that stuff in the background looks really good,
Mm-hmm.
and like even the stuff in the foreground also looks good. But like, I still don't think it compares to like a professional
Oh, yeah. Like,
photo.
so we find that people now, there are a few things that people really want professional photos done for, and they are very traditional events, like in a person's life.
Right.
Where, like, the things that we photograph these days almost exclusively are senior portraits and weddings.
Right.
And that is it. Like Christmas cards even aren't so much a thing for professional photographers anymore. That's more like
Well, people are happy with that's
the
the
quality
thing.
out of their cell phone. Yeah.
Yeah. people are happy with setting their cell phone up, and then everybody
Mhm.
go over there. I'm gonna set the timer on it, and then
Mm-hmm.
take a photo
Yeah.
with that, or like have
It's
a buddy come over that can just take pictures of everybody.
yeah. You see people at tourist locations and things everywhere you go. Can you take our photo for us? And then the stranger takes their photo, and then that's their Christmas card.
Yeah.
Like, so it's something we kind of struggle with, and we really, being photographers, obviously we're biased towards people having nice pictures, but it's something we struggle to understand that like people are perfectly fine with this lower image quality because it's more convenient and it's free,
Right.
because of course you already have that camera in your pocket.
Right.
And so I wanted to get your opinion on it. Do you think not being a photographer, because Trisha and I can bounce ideas off each other all day, but because we're both photographers, we're going to have some kind of bias towards people having nice photos. But so not being a photographer, I wanted to like just pick your brain about it. Like, do you um do you see people still wanting nice photos, or um like do you still see that every so often?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Like, what do you feel about having nice photos? I guess. Like, is it something you think you would pay for?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. Because, like, don't get me wrong, I love the image qualities that I get out of my phone and everything
Mhm.
like that, but I would still love to have, like, a professional photo of myself.
Okay.
But, like, I also feel like there's so much more you can do with a professional photo as opposed to what's going on your phone.
Yeah.
Like, lighting edits and everything else like
Mhm.
that, and um so 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 my big thing recently was that so Eric and I got like cigars,
Mhm.
and we went outside, and I used the portrait mode on my phone
Oh yeah.
and took some really nice pictures of like us with the
Mhm.
cigars and everything like that. But the thing about those pictures is that like you don't get like the smoke and stuff out of it,
Yeah.
whereas like with a professional photo you could.
There's still some limitations,
Yeah.
but it's scary. Because so the thing that like the new iPhones do with the portrait mode, and the Pixels do it as well, that is something that we in the industry we call computational photography. Where like with traditional photography, to achieve that effect where the background is blurred
Mm-hmm.
and your subject is perfectly sharp and focused, we call that bokeh. The background blurring is called bokeh, and to do that, like you need a very high quality lens, which usually costs a lot of money, and we're talking thousands of dollars here. And you need a camera that can cost anywhere from hundreds of dollars to thousands of dollars. But now these companies, Apple and Google, have such skill in programming these things that they can do it computationally, as in just using math and algorithms. To the phone can separate out the subject, which, if we're talking like a selfie, it would be you.
Mm-hmm.
The phone will recognize you and separate it from the background, and then the phone will just go ahead and blur the background. And that is scary
Right. Yeah.
for us photographers.
Yeah.
That is
But again,
terrifying.
I still don't think it's as good of a picture or anything like that.
No, but it's only going to get better and better.
Because there are times where it's like I really like the quality of like how
Mhm.
I look in there, but I also want to see what's in the background. And you can't get
Okay.
that. You can't get that same exact quality of I look really good
Mm-hmm.
with the background also.
Right.
With like because if you take portrait mode off, it doesn't enhance anything
Mm-hmm.
on your person.
There's still things like dynamic range and megapixels, obviously, that come with having a better camera.
Mm-hmm.
Dynamic range is the amount of detail that you can see in shadows and highlights. So it's more like smartphone cameras have a low dynamic range, so that like highlights, which would be like the sky and the sun and stuff like that, get blown out, meaning
Mhm.
there's no detail in them,
Yeah.
a lot faster, and shadows have no detail in them. They're just pitch black,
Mhm.
a lot faster. But a camera with higher dynamic range is going to actually have the detail of like clouds and things like that in the sky, and details of like say it's a building, and you'll be able to see the brick in the building in the shadows instead of it just being pitch black, stuff like that.
Right. And
So
I
cell
think
phones, they still have a long way to go, but the fact that they can now blur the background pretty consistently and semi well, it's kind of terrifying to
yeah, well,
photographers.
it still does get a little weird. Like it'll chop your glasses off because
Yeah,
like,
it's not perfect.
or like your ear will come off or something like
Mhm.
that. Which I took a lot of pictures in order to get a couple of good ones. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyways, we'll come back to this topic as
Yeah.
soon as we'll get into the next beer. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Wish Your Beer podcast, beer number 6, which is last but not least. This is one that we kind of purposely saved for last because it's one that we're
It's-
both personally excited for.
Yeah, and it's sort of unlike the rest of them tonight.
Yeah, it is
Tonight,
very unlike the rest of them.
Almost everything tonight has been
Because
dark
it's a
and sort of
Goza.
intense.
Goza.
Goza.
There you go, Martin.
Collective Project. Goza with guava. 1 pint, ale brewed with guava, coriander, and salt. Ooh, you know I like my
Mm.
sours with salt.
So coriander, I think it's basil pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's pretty much what it is.
I'll take your word for it.
I'm gonna look it
4.9% alcohol content.
You keep talking.
Imported by Collective Arts in Stowe, Vermont. Product of Canada, Collective Arts Brewing, Hamilton, Ontario, Canada.
Ooh.
Art. The art is by Edgar Allan Slothman of Hartford, Connecticut. I've been there.
Oh, it's cilantro.
What?
That's what it is. Coriander is cilantro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, let's get into it. Oh, I forget how we kind of pour these.
It's like slightly above the Oh, that
Wah, wah. There you go.
Oh man.
That sucks.
I like the color of this a lot.
Yeah, me too. It's kind of like, sorry, moving my mic a lot. It's kind of a peach color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of that should be yours. Oh, that's pretty great. Stick your pinky in it. Oh yeah, there you go.
It's getting there, swirling around a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, it's going nowhere. I think I just made it angry.
It's getting more foamy, actually.
Yeah.
Well, the rest of that I think is yours, so you could just
Yeah,
dump it
okay.
in, and then we can. I think the head on sours like Goza's, is always more sour than the.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
So is this the same as Collective Arts? Yeah, it is Collective Arts.
Yep.
Okay. Did you just straight up going for this?
Yeah.
All right, I'm looking at it.
Okay.
I'm looking at
Actually,
it.
that's not a bad pour at all.
No.
I think when the foam disappears, it'll be perfect.
I'm swirling it. I'm looking at it. Smelling it.
Smells like salty
Ooh,
sour.
It smells very guava-y.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm getting salt. Maybe I don't know what a guava salt smells like.
Smell mine. Maybe it's just the head. No.
Similar.
Guava is like
All
that
right.
sweet.
All right, I'm getting the salty smell, sort of
Mhm.
briny smell.
I like guava a lot. Guava is like one of my favorite
Oh, okay.
flavors.
I have no idea what that smells like. I'll have to get on that.
Do you know? Well, I'll ask you. Oh, that's good.
I think it's about done.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Are you getting any of the sweetness?
Yeah, but it's very subtle. I'm mostly getting carbonation and like a brine salty flavor.
I am getting a lot of carbonation, but that's also...
Not getting a whole lot of guava, but it's there.
I like guava a lot. I'm tasting guava.
Okay.
I'm actually getting more guava than I am salt.
Oh, I'm getting more salt than guava. Why does this always happen?
I like guava a lot. Look at that color. It almost has like a sea color to it.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just getting like straight carbonation at this point, actually.
That's what I'm feeling.
Okay.
I feel a lot of carbonation.
But I feel like the carbonation is it's not letting me taste anything.
Oh.
That sort of thing. But I'm getting straight salt. Like a brine sour flavor. Not so much guava.
I'm getting a very, very guava taste. But like you said, you don't necessarily know what.
Yeah, that's true. I get like a sweetness, and I'm assuming that's the guava. So.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I can't match it with something I already know.
Yeah, you've got to have like a guava candy.
Mm-hmm.
There's like they have like these little round guava candies, and it just that's the flavor. Like you have to, and once you have one of those, you'll know what guava is pretty much forever, because like the smell and the taste is very distinct.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, during the break, we didn't. We were thinking of where we could take the photography conversation, and I want to talk about how convenience has trumped image quality in terms of the pictures people want and expect and post.
Right.
So, like, obviously, the professional with the right equipment is going to be able to produce a much better image than a person in their smartphone. But 9 times out of 10, that person with their smartphone is going to pick the smartphone because of convenience.
Right.
And it's something that the industry sees. The smartphone has basically killed the compact camera or the point and shoot camera.
Which used to be huge. Is a point and shoot camera.
Yeah, and the image quality gets close enough.
Yeah.
So like, do you find this might be sort of a deep cut, but do you find that you take a lot more pictures having a camera in your pocket than maybe before you had a smartphone? It might be hard to think all the way back there, but
yeah.
Here's another thing, like sort of not the method of taking a picture, because the camera app on phones works sort of similar to a camera, but the uses for the pictures and videos you take with your camera are different. For instance, you post a lot of stories on Snapchat.
Yes, I do.
You can't do that with a regular camera.
No, you can't.
And you couldn't do that with a regular camera when everyone had a regular camera.
Exactly.
So, like, but then, I see professional, like, landscape photographers who travel the world, and they put their professional quality images on their Instagram stories and their Snapchat stories.
Right.
So it's like, this is like so confusing to me when you really start getting into it, because it really comes down to convenience. But also, the more you're thinking about it, the more you realize people are perfectly happy with the image quality that comes out of their phone.
Right.
Which sort of breaks my heart.
Yeah.
But I think that's like the conclusion you have to make.
Yeah, but I feel like there are certain things where people aren't satisfied with the image quality of their phone. And I think it does come down to those certain occasions where we talked about like engagement photos and we're having a baby photo and we got married photos and what else is there, like senior portraits and personal portraits and I guess headshots too.
Yeah.
But like those are the kind of things where it's like I'm not going to have, like, if Hannah and I got engaged, I'm not going to have somebody take pictures of us on their phone.
Yeah, right. I don't know. Maybe it's extremely selfish of me or something like that. But like, I I'm really tired of seeing these scrolling on my Instagram and seeing these crappy pictures of people's kids or um like just kind of crappy pictures overall, I guess. Like I wish people, which is why I said I think it's very selfish of me. I can understand that, but like I wish people had a higher standard of quality for these pictures they're taking because I don't know.
What I think it is that I think that people should have a higher standard of what they're putting out.
Oh, that's
Not
a very good
necessarily
point.
the photos that they're taking, but like
Okay.
what they're actually putting out
Yeah.
into the world.
Like maybe don't post a selfie every single day.
Right.
Don't post 5 pictures of your kid doing some
Well,
stupid
I
thing
take
every
like
day.
I take like
Okay.
a million pictures of my dog all the time, but that's
But your dog is very cute.
but she's adorable.
She's adorable.
And
yeah,
I think
that's
that overtakes the fact that I'm taking the pictures on my phone, but
fine. That's fine.
but I'm also not posting them necessarily like every day.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I guess that also comes with convenience that the thing that was picture worthy before smartphones, now everything is picture worthy. Anything can be picture worthy
Right.
because of the convenience
and you know what? People take pictures of it.
Yeah.
And stuff that
of the stupidest things.
exactly that isn't necessarily picture worthy, like their
Yeah.
dinner or something like that.
Yeah.
That's
Hmm.
what bothers me is when people take pictures
That's
of
a-
like their food.
Food photography is a whole genre of photography
Oh,
that
I know.
did not used to exist before
Yeah.
smartphones. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But like you don't necessarily see professional photographers
Right.
taking a immaculate
Yeah.
picture of their
Unless
steak
it's for
and
like
potatoes.
a commercial shoot or something.
Right.
No, you don't. So, I took a picture of sushi and posted it on my Snapchat or my Instagram one time, and I was like, I didn't like that. That didn't feel good. I'm not gonna do that ever again.
With your camera or
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I was out to dinner and it was like this sushi looks very photogenic and has nice colors and stuff. And then I posted it on Instagram and I was like, this feels weird.
I feel like you need like this big immaculate plate.
Yeah,
Like you need to have something that's super special in order
Mhm.
to take a picture of it.
right.
Not like I'm going out to dinner down the road to get some small steak dinner or
Yeah.
something like that and take a picture of it. Or
Right.
I'm thinking like if it's gonna be sushi, it needs to be like this gigantic plate of sushi that's rolled out like in like a spiral pattern and like
yeah, it needs to be pretty.
right.
Hmm.
And it has like all those colors, like it just yeah.
Right. Hmm.
But like and again at that point, then it's like yeah, maybe we should take a picture.
Right.
But
Mhm.
that also has to do with how it's presented.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
What's actually on the plate.
Hmm.
But yeah, I honestly like. I think photography is going to be around for a while.
Okay.
I don't think that people's phone cameras, because the more the better those little cameras get, the better that those big cameras get as well.
That's true.
You know, so when
Mhm.
the video quality that we're getting right now, which is awesome, people 10 years down the road could probably be getting out of their phone.
Yeah, of course. It's the nature of
But
technology.
also the video quality that's going to be coming out of the videos at that, like out of that
yeah.
type of camera
Right.
that far down the road is going to be outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally going to be like actual real life. This
Yeah.
person's sitting right in front of me.
Right. And I've talked about it before with someone, like, even if, because the camera is changing as well, the camera is becoming more and more like a smartphone in terms of connectivity and features and things. And I was talking to someone, I think it was Trish, that she was like, what happens when a smartphone replaces the professional camera? And I think my answer was something like, well, the professional photographer is still going to know how to use that to its best
Right.
possible.
But even then, I don't think that's
Space.
going to happen.
I don't think so
But
either.
before we run out of time here, I have a quick question.
Okay.
Do you think that if cameras became that connected to the point of I took a picture on my camera, it's already on my computer and ready to upload? or like I took a picture with my camera, it's already on my phone, and I can put it up onto like a Facebook or something.
So
Do you think that professional photography would then become more popular?
I think so. I don't think I have enough time to answer that. For a quick answer, yes. My camera can connect to my phone already, and I can transfer images from my camera to my phone in seconds, and then use my phone to like post them on Instagram, and
Right.
I do that quite often actually.
All right, then I think that that's good. Then we
It-
we
it-
really got to wrap this up. We get 10
we got 10
seconds.
seconds left. So we'll be right back with recommendations and close out in 3, 2, 1. Okay, welcome back. We're gonna do our recommendations and then our closeout. We did want to say one thing. I think we're gonna start retiring a couple segments just because we realize we probably don't have enough content for them. One of those is going to be the recommendations. We're going to do one more recommendation tonight, and then
They'll be back like
of
sort of
course.
every once in a while. We'll be like, hey, had this beer recently, was really
yeah,
good.
I don't think we drink enough anymore just to have one ready for every week.
And like we drink a lot because we have 6 beers every week, but
Yeah,
honestly, like I don't want to recommend one of those beers.
yeah, we don't want to recommend a beer that we just had.
Yeah.
That's
Or one that we drank on the podcast.
We do that when we announce our favorite of the night.
Yeah.
And then Beers 101 can kind of get boring. It's hard to
Yeah.
find one
We'll-
every time too.
We'll figure something out to put in place of it that'll
Obviously,
be
obviously
fun
there
and
will be
easier to
segments
do.
replace them.
And of course, I like I said that we're not necessarily etching it out totally. Like
Right, it'll be back. Like
Yeah,
if we go out and there's a beer that we really love, then yeah, we'll recommend it.
yeah,
But
and if we
I don't think we have enough to recommend one every week.
no, I don't like 'cause especially since you and I are starting to be stretched a little thin on recommendations.
Yeah.
Because honestly, between you and I, we keep referencing like our own Instagrams because we just can't remember
Yeah.
half the beers that we've like drank and loved.
Yep.
Um.
So it's become a lot at this point.
Yeah. And then with the Beers 101, it's just we don't want to get super boring all the time, and
Right.
not
yeah,
not
like
that it's boring.
reading
all the
articles
time,
off my phone doesn't exactly make for good content.
No.
But
But I mean, we both do it, so
we'll replace them.
yeah,
with something.
we're gonna do some brewing, brewing
Okay.
in our minds a little
Yeah.
bit. God, that was bad. And we'll figure out a different segment to put in that's gonna be either a little more consistent, or we can find maybe 2 segments that we can kind of rotate through, and it would be this
Sure.
week we're doing this segment, this week we're doing this segment. But yeah, so we'll start with our recommendations.
Yeah. What beer are you going to recommend?
So I've got one in mind that I've had only once before, and I do remember really, really liking it. Is Ellicottville makes a chocolate cherry imperial stout, chocolate cherry bomb imperial stout. I don't think I recommended this. That's also another thing is that I can't remember what I've recommended.
I really don't think.
I really don't think I have either, but I'm just saying in general. It's really good. I liked it a lot. Chocolate and cherry are two of my favorites, and I think it tasted like one of those little like chocolate covered cherries. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It was good. I liked it.
it is very good. What about you? What do you got to
For me,
recommend?
it's going to be a beer from the Fulton Chain Brewing Company, which is a tiny microbrew in, microbrew in Old Forge, in New York, in the Adirondacks. Bunch of cool guys, young guys own it. I have a great story about the first time I went there that I should tell on the podcast sometime. It's called Go Fluff Yourself, which might be the best name I've ever heard of the beer.
Definitely.
It's a peanut butter and fluff beer. I don't know if those of you at home have ever had a peanut butter and fluff sandwich, or even know what fluff is. I think fluff is not as popular. But fluff is basically like this marshmallow kind of paste that is sugary and sweet, and you put on sandwiches.
Yeah.
So Go Fluff Yourself. It was a peanut butter beer with lactose in it to give it that sweet, sugary flavor. So that's exactly what it tasted like, was peanut butter and fluff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. You and I should have to run out there at some point.
Dude, it's only like a 2-hour drive. We
Yeah.
should really take a day trip up there.
We definitely should.
Yeah.
It'll have to be on a Sunday because that's
Yeah,
the
that's
only
fine.
day that we have off together. Unless I get like a special day off or something, which so our favorite of the night.
So I think I gotta go with the Fireberry, which I thought was gonna be my favorite. That I can put it up here. That tea taste. That was sort of the fruit punch, fruity tea
Yeah.
flavor is what
Yeah.
I liked a lot, and it was a wheat beer, and so of course, like you said, a wheat beer sort of just picks up any taste it's brewed with,
Yeah.
and so it makes it just a very refreshing tropical beer, which I love those so much.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a close second for me
Oh boy.
because I'm gonna go with this one, the Collective
Wow.
Arts Guava Goes.
Huh.
I really like guava.
That's funny. Before we started this segment, we both agreed on the Fireberry.
What?
Yeah.
Well, before we had this one,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. It was before the Fireberry.
The Ghost.
A little tipsy.
It's
I
good.
apologize.
I like it. It's like
I like it a lot too.
It's
I like
a
the
really
color.
nice amount of sour. There's like good salt in there, as well as like the flavor of the guava.
Yeah, I like the color.
It's just-
Have you ever seen a beer this color?
I don't think so.
No,
It's like a
like a-
briny salt color.
Yeah.
Like briny salt water. Like straight out of the ocean. I just filled a glass of
Yeah, it's weird.
ocean water.
I do
like
like
it.
this one.
I do like it.
So, the Fireberry is a close second for you. The Goza is a close second for me.
Yeah.
I thought the Fireberry was just a little more my taste.
So those are the top two.
Yep.
This one's mine. That one's yours. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I like guava a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good
Okay.
because I think it's a kind of fruity flavor that's not
Mhm.
overpoweringly.
Yeah, I don't have
sweet.
nearly the taste for guava that you do. So
Yeah.
maybe if I did have more of a guava palate, I would
Yeah.
like that.
Well. All right. So that's gonna
Excuse
close
me.
out for tonight.
Mhm.
As we said before, we're gonna do a little bit of a format change-ish, and it's
Mhm.
not gonna be too bad, I don't think. And
No, probably
Um,
won't even notice it.
no, yeah, I think it'll get a little more fun,
Yeah.
in my opinion. But and stuff like finding out what our recommendation of the night isn't gonna be.
Quite as hectic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sitting on our minds.
Mhm.
So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's podcast, and make sure you like, comment, subscribe on the YouTubes, and
Ooh, and send us questions.
yes, send us
either through
questions,
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or you can leave a comment on the
of which
YouTube
we're
channel.
all on.
Yep. As WYWB Podcast. You can
Yeah.
find us pretty much anywhere using that.
And if you search "Wish You Were Beer" podcast, I'm pretty sure we actually come up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every episode we post has brought us closer.
I'm
up
pretty
to
sure.
the-
I think on YouTube, if you search "Wish You Were Beer" podcast, we're the first thing.
I'm gonna do that right.
I think we're the first three things.
I'm
I'm
gonna
not gonna lie.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. Yeah. So again, we're on what is it? Twitter, which I haven't been doing much tweeting. I gotta get on that. Instagram, Facebook,
are.
YouTube. Yeah.
Oh my
We're the
god! and
first thing that
we're
shows
like
up.
The first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So including our channel and the 7 episodes already up, we are.
We'll have to do it on my
That's
laptop because my laptop's new and I'm not logged in on anything.
Mhm.
See if it's like
Oh yeah,
maybe
that's
because
true.
we've searched it
Yeah.
before and it does that. But I'm pretty sure that we're like one of the at least I
Okay.
think I'm pretty sure we're the top thing that
That's
shows
pretty
up when
awesome.
you search it. So we're pretty proud of that.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah.
After the first few episodes, I looked on YouTube and we were like the 50th
Yeah.
channel that came.
You had
up.
to scroll down quite a ways in order
Yeah.
to find it.
Now we're the first. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, anyways, you search "Wish You Were Beer" podcast. You can find us pretty much anywhere.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna be doing more of the stuff with it because
Okay.
I've been kind of neglecting at least like the Twitter, Instagram. I post the day that we release the video and the day that we record.
Yep.
Um,
So Mondays and Wednesdays.
yeah.
This week it'll be Tuesday and Wednesday. But
Yeah, I post the beers on the Mondays and then the episode on Wednesdays.
Mhm.
And then on Facebook, we just post the episodes.
Yep.
Also, we kind of chatted about this a little bit. We were thinking about like starting a little bit of a vlog thing
Oh,
with
yeah.
getting the beers.
To have a little bit more content on the channel.
Yeah.
Every Friday, we'd upload a video of us picking up the beer,
Yeah.
which isn't much. It would probably be like a 10-minute or so.
No, it would be short. And
Yeah. And it would be us picking out our beer and checking out. And you could meet Carissa. Can't talk.
Carissa.
You could meet Carissa at the bottle shop and her husband there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that would be fun, and that's something that we're going to look forward to doing. And
Yeah.
so we've got a whole bunch of stuff coming at you guys soon, so we're really excited.
All right. So get out there, try some weird beers, have your bartender recommend you something, and get outside your comfort zone.
Right. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night. All right. So if I'm like here, the focus should be on the microphone. So the red lines show what's in focus
I feel like I'm really close.
to the camera.
Yeah. Like I look gigantic compared to you.
I think you're just taller. You can, well, see what happens if you scooch back. No, that way.
Hello.
Yeah, that looks better.
Yeah. Hello. Oh my God. It looks so good.